Hello, I'm by name Daniel Sharif. Welcome to Daniel Sharif Maths. So today we're having a kind of likely topic, which is simply mistakes in what in maths. Most of the time, students usually make mistakes in maths when they're trying to solve a problem or the other. Why? Simply because of sometimes you're in a rush mood, trying to complete the assignments or the test or the exam as quick as possible. So they might likely make mistakes here and there. So let's look at some of the mistakes that students normally make through mathematics. So for example, I can have something like this. Let's say we're having a question like this. Let's say minus 2 into 3x plus 4 into minus 6 into, let's say, 7x plus 6. Sometimes when you're expanding on when you're opening these brackets, it's simply minus 2 times 3x supposed to be simply what? Minus what? 6x. So here it's supposed to be like minus 2 times plus 4 supposed to be minus x. But most of the time, some students normally write this as simply what? Plus 8. Tell you that since here is plus, it's going to be plus. Take note, when the sign outside is negative, it's going to change the signs inside. So since here is 3x, it's going to change to negative 6x. For here as plus 4, it's going to change to what? Negative what? X. As well as here, it's going to be simply what? Minus 42x. While here will be what? Minus what? 36. Look, I make the mistake of having here simply what? Plus 36 and here as plus x. That simply means your answers will be what? Wrong. So be very careful with all this and all that. So that's mistake that we still normally make in questions, for example, is simply like square root of numbers. For example, when they ask them what is square root of 4 or what is square root of 16, they will take it as square root of all these particular numbers. It simply equals to what? Positive 4, positive 2, and positive 4. That's totally wrong. The square root of a number is simply plus or minus. Statements is simply plus or minus. Because when you ask for square root of 4, that simply means two numbers that when you multiply is going to give me a 4. And that's not simply only 2. It's going to either a positive 2 or negative 2. Or sometimes then what also what? But sometimes it can also be a positive 4 or negative 4. So everything to us can kind of what concept and kind of not to make mistakes in mathematics. The other mistake that you normally make, so you can add that in the comment section. And don't forget to put for like, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Bye.